Hello and welcome everyone, it's been Rock39. Today's video is a short one, I hope. It's simply about a little etiquette and the way we should behave as high-level players and just players in general. We need to be stewards of this game, not bullies or braggers or show-offs. Some people think that because I lead lobbies and kills, accuracy, specials, and all that mess, they think that means something. To me, it doesn't. All it means is that I might have been the one that was pushing the most, because the cops push on us, I push back on them. I don't wear a ton of armor. I do go down in lobbies. Sometimes not at all, but I'm not immune to being taken out. So it's not a big deal if you're playing the game to win. Now, I also have a problem with kicking zero players, people with zero skills, the shiny players. I call them shiny because all their gear is brand new and shiny. So that's why I do that. I actually borrowed that term from a show that I watched. I'm not going to name the show, but if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. Either way, we need to encourage them to play. If they're in a stealth lobby and they're wearing heavy armor, get on your mic, let them know. Sad thing is this is a global community and some people don't speak English, or maybe you, like me, I can speak a little Spanish, but I sound really bad speaking it in my own opinion, so I try to do it as little as possible. But I do understand, and that's just one extra language, okay? But I've played with people from all over the place, and most of the times they understand if you tell them, hey, you gotta take off that stuff. When they're experienced, they know what they're doing. They'll come in and get ready for a stealth heist. But when I open public lobbies, I really don't do stealth because of that whole lack of communication. You have to be coordinated. Everyone has to be on their game. And if you got some new players in a stealth mission, it's more likely to be restart after restart after restart. So that's why I really don't do it. I'd prefer to do stealth missions with an organized team. I do open stealth possible missions with a build like this, and it looks like a stealth build. And it is more or less a stealth build, but when things get crazy, I can still put in good work. That is from Death Wish and below, which is where I mostly play anyway. But as a 25-100, I'll say it first if no one else has said it before, that means nothing if a player has no skill. Because we have a problem in this game where people like to jump in cook-off and set up some cheat. I don't even know exactly how it works. I just know that it's involving sentries. I'm not trying to tell you guys how to do it because I don't know how. The thing is they'll put it on death sentence. I went into a death sentence cook-off thinking, all right, I'm gonna see what's up, who can throw down. And I got in there and all I heard was sentry gun shooting and crickets because there were no cops. It was really stupid, so I got out of there. Obviously they were boosting their levels without even playing the game, but it shows when you play in other people's lobbies. You show up with a 25-100 and they think, oh, this player knows his stuff, and wrong. They don't. All they know how to do is cook meth. So for those of you who have done that, I encourage you to start playing the game and stop worrying about cook-off, okay? The bad thing is when you jump into open lobbies, if you got an experienced player that knows what he's doing, he's going to know right away. Rather, I should have said he or she is going to know right away if you played the game or if you just spent all of those levels in cook-off. But as a real grinder, that's ironic because that's the perk deck I love using. I'd want inexperienced players to jump in my lobbies because that's my drive to continue playing this game, aside from improving and getting better myself. I'd like to encourage other players to get better. Don't worry about going down a bunch. If you're putting in work and you're low skills, you don't have any skills really. If you got 0 levels or you don't have many levels going, that you don't have enough skill points to really make a proper build. So all things being normal, I should be able to carry a lobby on Death Wish or below. Although the game does do some janky stuff, they'll drop cloaker right on top of my head and everyone else is hiding in a corner, which is a no-no. You should not hide in the corners because that just means all the spawning cops are going to push in on you. That's why I say I push out. I try to keep them off of us as best I can. Sometimes I do get overwhelmed because they'll send 4 dozers and they send tasers in pairs and shields in 4s and cloakers just like to jump out of nowhere. But all that aside, we really need to look out for each other in these lobbies. Who cares if you lead the lobby or I lead the lobby? Do we all get paid? Yes is the answer. Then who cares who had the most kills? I know some people think that's a mark of skill. All it is a mark of experience in my eyes, because like I said before, if you can push back on the cops, they're less likely to stop you from succeeding. And that's my goal. I like to push back, and if you won't kill them, I sure will. And the builds that I use make it easy enough for me to kill anything, even in death sentence. The problem in death sentence is surviving the hits when you get hit. That's all it is. That's why Stoic is such a good build, because you can take a hit and see just how much your health bar is going to disappear if you stay out there. So you get in cover, hit your, let it refill on its own, maybe put a first aid kit down, or use the injector, or the hip flask is what it is. I said injector because I was using Kingpin, giving that one a go. That's still a difficult perk deck to learn. I'm gonna be real with you. Kingpin is good, but man, it is hard to figure out. But I'm working on it. Either way, we need to look out for each other. We need to stop kicking players because they're inexperienced. Give them a chance. Help them out. Nothing's more rewarding to me than watching a player go from a 0 to a pretty decent player just by hanging out with a decent player, learning the ropes. So I had that advantage. I had 3 excellent players helping me along, and they don't play the game as much anymore, and that's fine. Everybody does their own thing, but one inspired me to play the way I play, and I'm not going to name names, but we all know who he is. When we first started getting in with him, we were freaking out. Things were getting crazy, and he was just calm and got us out of custody. I think 2 or 3 times. All 3 of us were in custody, and he pulled us right out, just calm, relaxed, and got it done. So that's why I started playing better, because I saw what he did, and I figured, well, he shouldn't be the only one doing that. And this is where I'm at now. I'm not the best player in the world. I think I'm average at best, but I can hold my own in a Death Wish lobby. So stop kicking players. Don't bully anyone. If you're on the mic, be respectful. Turn your mic off if you got dogs barking in the background, or you and your significant other is arguing. That's not cool. So just be a little considerate is all I'm asking. Anyone that joins my lobby, you're welcome, as long as you're putting in work. If you're not working, you're getting kicked. If you want to do silly things like bring rocket launchers and blow your teammates up while we're playing, oh yeah, you're gone. You will be gone. I have nothing against rocket launchers. You guys use them to great effect. That's beautiful, but it's those ones who just panic and make things difficult for everyone else. You're not a helpful player. You're a hindrance. So yeah, you've got to go. The other thing is, if everybody's ready up and you're the last one to ready up, you might get kicked if the song ends, because when I start a lobby, I let the song play. And if everyone's ready, we go. If the song ends and only one player's not ready, You're going to be sent on your way. I hate kicking players. I think it's terrible, but sometimes you have to do it. With that being said, I wish everyone a happy new year and every year after that. Hopefully we can get through these tough times and start living better lives. As always, take care, be well, and good games, everyone.